Hey guys, in today's video I want to tell you all about our K-5 year from 2018 to 2019. I did a video already where I talked about our curriculum that we use and how it went, but I thought, you know what, we had a great year. I thought it was a very successful year, and I actually want to show you everything that we did, not just the curriculum stuff. So here we go. I'm going to show you our curriculum first. So we did go with ABeka. We did writing with phonics. We did letters and sounds, K-5, and we did numbers and skills, arithmetic. And this is what we took from ABeka. Now, ABeka has a huge kit you can get that is way too much for me. If you're a mom who really needs everything lined up for you and handed out, then okay, do the whole kit. It's going to take a long time to get through your day, but maybe that's what you need. I'm too creative for that. I just got the workbooks. I didn't get the teacher's guide. This is K-5. I can figure out the right answers. I did have some questions at the beginning of the year where I wasn't sure what the worksheets were asking as far as some of their terms that they were using. So I ended up purchasing this K-5 curriculum and lessons plans book. It's a beast of a book. It was $50 and it answered my questions, but it wasn't worth it. I'm not doing the whole kit. I don't need this guide. If you're doing the whole kit, you probably will, so you can see how things piece together. But this was not worth purchasing for me. But know that if you're hearing about ABeka, how it's so much work and it's too much and too long of a day, consider just doing their workbooks, because seriously, for K-5, they're so colorful, they're so fun. My son loved them. He wasn't too keen on the writing. It's a little repetitive, and it was cursive that we did. I don't know if he would have had the same reaction for even printing as well, like manuscript. But for the cursive, you know, it was a little tough. It wasn't like throwing fits, but it was like, oh, really, Mom? Do we have to do writing today? We got extra stickers and extra motivation for writing, and we got through. We finished it, so it was good. I got the writing in unbound. I got these in bound, but I wouldn't do that again. I really liked ripping them out, and I would put them onto a clipboard. Where's his clipboard? Here it is. So, whoops. I just got a clipboard for him to put all of his papers on, and that way he knew what he had to get done for the day, and after his clipboard stuff was done, he was free to go. So the clipboard idea worked really well. If you do get the bound form in ABeka, they're all perforated pages. They're easy to rip out anyways. So that was that. I'll give you a little glimpse at some of the worksheets after they were done. If you're wondering, like, why would you rip it out? Because what do you do with stuff? I just put it in a folder. So I have two folders. One is kindergarten, going to be throwaways. That's all of our stuff I'm not going to keep. And then there's little like review and kind of test sort of pages that come with the book. And I have a few of those that I'm going to keep. So let me just show you some of like the colors. Okay, so like they're very colorful. They learn time. Here's one of our writing pages. I put like these little sticky notes. I got these sticky notes that are smiley faces, and they're like huge stickers. My kid loves them. Oh, they live for those stickers. So that's all the work we got done. That's just the stuff I'm keeping, and then the other folder is the things that I am going to be pitching, because I'm not going to keep everything. But yeah, like these are all like worksheets and stuff that we've done, but like super colorful, fun things. This isn't all ABeka. I'll show you what else is in this folder too. So there's a little summary of that. The next thing that I got, and I didn't get this till December, was SpellingYouSee. Now, I wasn't going to do spelling in kindergarten, but when I looked into SpellingYouSee, I realized that my child was actually hitting the goals that you're supposed to look for when you want to start level A. They want you to start level A when your child can read 3-letter words with soft vowel sounds, and he was there just a little bit into kindergarten. You know, not at the beginning of the year, but by December he was here. And so I purchased the SpellingYouSee. It came with the instructor's handbook. It came with their writing guide that I laminated. It came with a whole bunch of stickers that you can get. This handbook explains their philosophy, and it also gives you all the lists of words that you dictate to your child to do spelling. And then the workbook is very, very basic. It's just like blank spaces for them to write in. So we're still working through it. We're just that much through. So we're going to continue into grade 1 using this, and when we're done this book, we'll move on to level B. SpellingYouSee is not the type of curriculum that's lists and memorization. It is doing spelling, teaching spelling by usage. So it's got a different philosophy. I like it so far. We're going to continue with it for now. We're going to see how it goes. add that to the pile. Now, for science, what we did, I did not do a curriculum. And going into grade 1, I'm going to do another video of what we're going to do for grade 1. So I don't want to do too many spoilers. I'm eclectic, so I like to do a lot of different things. But this year, we did not do a curriculum. What we did is we picked a topic for kind of science social, and we did a whole month or more learning about that topic. And then at the end of the unit, we did a lap book. And a lap book is when you take a file folder and you fold it kind of in quarters, in half, like it comes like this, and then you fold it like this, and you fill it with all these pull tabs and wheels and for all the little flip things that you learn. So we did Earth, we did penguins. Let me show you that one. Little penguin guy, it comes out. We did dinosaurs. Whoop, there we go. So that's all our dinosaur learning. These little guys open up. They're so fun. There's so many things you can get. And we also did pirates, but we didn't do a lap book for that one. So those were our themes of this year. I did plan to do one a month, but you know what? We didn't do that. I still think it's successful. Real life, we got 3 lap books at the end of our kindergarten year, and we did pirates as well that we didn't do a lap book for. And we would do read alouds, we do DVD resources, audiobooks, anything the library could offer us, or anything I had at home. My mom also bought my kids this great dinosaurs box from Walmart. It's, who does it actually? Discover Dinosaurs, reference books, sticker book came with it, North Parade Publishing. I don't know, I thought it would have like a National Geographic or something on it, but it doesn't. Wonders of Learning Dinosaurs. And so this was really cool. It had stickers in it. It had like a chunk of stuff that we got to be like paleontologists and like dig for the bones, and we could put the dinosaur together. So this was cool. This was fun to add to our dinosaur unit, and you can add whatever you want. We did a penguin cross stitch when we did our penguin unit. Where's my little guy? So like my kid made this little guy. Actually, it's somewhere. Let me find it. I'm so excited about everything. So there's my little 5-year-old's cross stitch. I thought, wow, that's so cool. So we did that in our penguin unit. He painted this awesome little penguin. Like my 5-year-old painted this. I'm so impressed. You know, we're learning so much. Some more penguin stuff. So this was a really fun way to do science and social. We're gonna continue on that route of doing things, and we would just put all of our library resources into our morning basket, and away we go. So that was really, really great. Okay, so and talking about morning basket, that is something that we used. I had a baby in October last year, so morning basket saved us so much. We did get our workbooks done somehow, but there were so many days where we didn't do worksheets at the table. We just did morning basket, and we got a lot of learning done. So morning basket is just simply something that you can go along and you can put library resources in, and you use it basically for any kind of schooling or education or time together learning that you do on the couch. That's what morning basket is. I'll show you that in a sec. Before I go on to that though, quickly let me also say one more thing that we did for Brave Writer curriculum. Sorry, for LA curriculum is Brave Writer. And we did the Book of Ginger Pie and the Book of Poppy. And these you won't find on the Brave Writer website right now. These were actually courses that Rebecca Spooner did from homeschoolon.com. And she had an LA family book club. And one thing about Brave Writer is it's awesome, for one thing. It's amazing. But it's a little hard to understand. And so Rebecca Spooner did a homeschoolon.com LA family book club where she walked you through Brave Writer. She taught you how to do it. You could ask her questions as you did it. So this one we did in March, the Ginger Pie. She does this in color. I have a black and white printer, so it was prettier, the version that she gave us. And it's got different copy work and projects, writing projects. Basically all of your language arts is in here. You wouldn't have to do another language arts curriculum if you did just this. So we did that in March, and right now it's May and we are doing Poppy. I'm not sure when I'll post this video, but right now we're in the middle of Poppy, and it's the same thing. And that's something you can do for all ages, and she does a one price, and you get all your levels for your different ages of kids. We're just using one level right now, and it's amazing. So you should go and check that out at homeschoolon.com. I think it was a great way to be introduced to Brave Writer. Brave Writer is really neat. I did a blog on it. If you're interested in Brave Writer and you go to their website and you're confused, please go check out my blog, because I laid out kind of some of the issues that I saw with navigating and understanding, and I also made like a one-page reference sheet. If you want to know what you need to start Brave Writer, go and get that one-page reference sheet, because I found it very difficult to find out what is Brave Writer exactly and how do I even try it? Like, I was sold on it. I thought this is so cool, but I thought, but what do I need in my home to start? And so go check it out on my blog. Go to the website first if you want, but if you're confused, don't stop there. I spent a lot of time researching to understand it, and I tried to lay out what I got from all of my research. Over 24 hours of research went into that to really understand what it is, and I wanted to help families start themselves and not have to do 24 to 48 hours of research as well. So Brave Writer is great. It's so awesome. So that's the end. I'm looking around. That's the end of my official curriculum. Let's talk about what's in my morning basket. And I've talked about these before. We do Bob books for reading. So these are our Bob books that we did this year. And I think I'm gonna save a couple of them to go over next year. And these were great. Bob books, if you haven't seen them before, they are simple. They are minimal color, which is really great so that your child doesn't get distracted with reading. They're like 2-color books. So that is really important, I think, for me and for my little guy reading. And you get these little books, and usually what we'll do is we'll do 1 book a day, no more, because I don't want reading to be frustrating. Even if my child wants to read more, I say, no, we'll save it for tomorrow. And we do 1 book a day, and I keep one of these box sets in my morning basket, and I just rotate them, and we go through them again and again just for good practice. So Bob books is something that we use and we've really, really liked. The other thing in my morning basket is some other reading books that we've actually gone through. I didn't start the year with these, but we finished with these. We have Scholastic's Word Family Readers. These were really cool. So all the books have like Anne, Ake, L families, A, all your different letter endings, and even there's some beginnings. These are really fun to read. Something special about these books is they're team reading books. So your child reads the bold words and you read the unbolded words, so you're reading together, which can really promote reading for your child. Sometimes a child gets overwhelmed when they're reading even an easy book, but it's all them and they have to make it to the end. These books, you read and they read, and you read and they read, and that way they feel like they're doing something with you. It can be bonding and it can be less overwhelming. So really, really like these Word Family Reader books from Scholastic. The other ones that were so much fun, you'll see a lot of families who love these, are Elephant and Piggy books. These are hilarious. My child loves to read them. There's words that are above his skill level, but he still tries to work them out because they're hilarious and they're funny, and he just loves the stories, and he wants to read the story. So Elephant and Piggy books, that's also by Scholastic. Those are a real winner for most kids. I know so many families that love them. The other thing in our morning basket is we have our Melissa and Doug calendar. I showed you guys this last year from our K4 year. And basically it's just magnetic. It's got all your things. We sing the days of the week. We sing the months of the year. We talk about our calendar. We set this up every month and we go through it a couple times a week just to talk about what's coming up in our lives. And then I made a weather board. This was super easy, you guys. So I took a picture frame. I had an old white, what do you call it? Receiving blanket, because I have kids, and I covered the glass portion, and we did a weather board, and I just cut out felt things. I cut out a felt tree, cut out a felt sun, some little clouds on here, and every day we just added to the weather. I had raindrops and lightning bolts. So this was a totally DIY weather board. It wasn't too big. It fit in our morning basket. Really good. So we talked about this. We tried to do it every day. Usually it was like 3 times a week. We would go through the weather, and my kids would race to the window to see what was out there, and they really liked that part. So we did the weather in our morning basket. We also did Bible. Let's talk about what we did for Bible. So we did a few different things. One thing, I have a 5-year-old and a 3-year-old. So I have in this bag, I have a 2- and 3-year-old curriculum. I did the David C. Cook Bible in Life curriculum for 2s and 3-year-olds. David C. Cook has a whole bunch for that age group. I did the Bible in Life one, so it was really, really, really basic Bible stories, like super, super basic. But I wanted to do some kind of Bible where we rotate it, and we did it once a week. So we did Bible 5 days a week, but we did this one once a week, where I knew that there would be something that my younger son could comprehend. He usually likes to sit in morning basket and be with us, but this is something that was actually at his level. Even though it was way under my other son's level, there's just something for everyone. So we really enjoyed it. It came with like a music CD, so we learned songs. I didn't always do the craft. I often just did the Bible lesson portion and the little audio Bible lesson that came with it. For my older son, what we did is two times a week we would do a book club, and we have the David and Jonathan book club. Some of their lessons look like this. Some of them look a little bit different. It's a little old school. And we did the one, I don't even have one here. We did the book club from CEF, Child Evangelism Fellowship. And these are free book clubs that you can do that are mailbox clubs where, yeah, I should say mailbox clubs. They're not book clubs. And they send you a Bible lesson in the mail. You do it. They have a memory verse. You do the questions with it, and you mail it back to them. And you get points. And then they send you little prizes. They'll send you maybe little $5 coupons for Bible camp. You'll get certificates. And you'll get maybe notes from whoever marks your stuff. So this one is ubjonathan.org. Is that what it is? I'm going to double check that. I'll put the link down below. So there's this one, and then there's the Child Evangelism Fellowship Mailbox Club. Oh, this is another David and Jonathan style. So it's really old school. You'll find the David and Jonathan one, it looks like it was made in the 60s. We still do it. We still like it. It's good enough. The CEF Mailbox Club, I have a finished one here. This is not the front cover, but they're a lot more colorful and things like that. So this one would be a little bit more up to date. They're almost an identical club. They're both free, and we do them both. So we do that twice a week, or like one each day of the week. And we also have, oh, I don't have it in here, our Jesus Storybook Bible. We did Bible stories from that. We also did what's it called? Jesus Calling Bible, which is a similar thing, and we did that. So we do Bible every day, but we go on a loop. So we have, say, 5 different Bible options, and every day we do a different one. So it's not always the same thing, and we just slowly work through whatever books that we're working on. Something else that we did that I just love this year. This is something that I created. I have a YouTube video about it. You can go check it out, or you can check it out on my website. This is free for you to print off if you go subscribe to my site. It'll be in your welcome email. And this is a study on fruits of the Spirit for little souls. And this is something that's aimed at like age 3+. You could maybe even include a 2-year-old. But age 3+, my kids really loved it. It goes along and explains the fruits of the Spirit. Go check out the video about it to get a feel of more where it's coming from. But my kids really, really enjoyed that one. It's a short one. It's going to last you 10 days. That's about it. But you can do it later and repeat it. So that's basically what we did in our morning basket. I also had from all our memory verses from our mailbox clubs I put in here. And so we go through and we review our memory verses. Probably, I want to say once a week, but it's more like every 2 weeks, maybe every 3 weeks we go through them. And I'm very surprised how much my 3-year-old memorized just from listening to me practice with my 5-year-old. So that was really cool. Okay, so morning basket, and then that will have all those reading books plus all of the calendar and weatherboard and all of our library resources. Anyway, so morning basket was a real winner. What else? One other thing that we did this year that I bought that's totally extra, but was great for learning was I actually got a letterboard for myself because I really wanted one. I asked for one for Christmas, and my mother-in-law and father-in-law bought me one. It was great. My little guy wanted to play with it all the time, which is great, but mine was like for decoration. Kind of want that to be left alone. So I got him his own, and this is totally staged. I just put this on there for the video. He does other words. But this is awesome. Letterboards are great for kids to practice playing with numbers, and they can make their own thing. It doesn't have to be correct, but it's something that is very academic and literary, and it's something that they can just play with. And this is just a container I got for all his letters and numbers to go into. So this was a win. I really like that. It cost me $10 Canadian. So if you're US, it's a little cheaper than that. The other thing that I got, snap circuits. Now this was so cool. Go check out my video on this. This was a really, really fun project. We're going to haul this out in years to come. It's teaching about electricity. This is a Snap Circuits Junior. It says I think it says ages 8+. My kid is 5. He loves it. Yeah, it says ages 8 to 108. But you can start earlier. If your kid has any interest in it, you can start earlier. We also bought my little guy a Timex watch. I was going to have it here, but he's probably wearing it. We do teach analog time, so I liked getting the watch this year. That was another kind of school purchase. Otherwise, I think that's pretty much it for actual material. Oh, one other thing that I wanted to mention was we did sign up for the God's Big World magazine. Now, these magazines actually do go with a science curriculum, but like I said, I didn't want to do a science curriculum this year, so I just signed up for the magazine because that was an option. And they're really neat. Inside each magazine, there's an individual story. I should say, not in each magazine, on each magazine page, there's different stories. So this is a story and this is a story. And if you go to their website, each page's story goes with a YouTube video, a video on their website that goes along with. So you can read the page and look at the page while you're watching this video with your child, which, I mean, my kids love screen time, so they love that that's a school thing. The only thing that I would say I didn't like about this, and the reason why I'm not going to do it again, is because it was such a little snippet of something, of learning something. It didn't go deep. It was not very memorable. I cannot speak to those who do this with the curriculum. Perhaps that would be more memorable and deep. I'm not sure. But the magazine by itself, we are not going to do that again. The magazine that we love and we are going to continue getting is Clubhouse Junior. I remember doing Clubhouse Junior when I was a kid. My best friend was on the cover one time. Anyways, Clubhouse Junior. These are super fun Christian magazine, and they have games in them, stories. They're biblical. They're not like ultra conservative, but they're definitely good, Christian standards and things like that. So wherever you are that way, this is a great magazine for you and super fun. They also have something where you can mail in pictures and answer questions and things like that, and they'll put your child's artwork and stuff in the magazine, so that's really fun. So it's a little interactive. Definitely a plus there. Okay, if I'm going through everything that we did last year, I did do some printable games. So like, go on Pinterest, there's so many things. We did a lot of work at the beginning of the year on vowel sounds. Sometimes it's a struggle, and sometimes what you have in your curriculum just isn't enough. So I did printables. I printed off printables like this where there's pictures and your kids fill in the circles. I put a lot of them in these just sleeves so they could use dry erase marker. I also got a laminator at some point during the year, so I did laminate quite a few. So I printed off games like that. A lot of games. This was a really fun one that I made, where you have your vowel sounds and this lace flat, and you spin the paper clip to get an ending to a word. And then I had these sheets, this sheet, where you put whatever end you spin, you put beside the letter, and then you read the words together. So if you can turn school into a game, it's a big difference. It's a game changer. It's totally different than working on a paper. So when I could see that we were struggling with soft vowel sounds and we needed some extra work, I didn't try to print off more worksheets. I tried to print off games, and I think that was a really good idea. So that's basically it for that. I printed off some numbers, some counting games. This is for my little guy. Yeah, this is beyond my K5 guy, but that was for my youngest. I did a little video on this too. I got this little math chart for just learning different digits. So like place values. So we had like thousands and hundreds and the tens. So you can place them all together, and your kids can learn place value. There's a really cute version of this that's wooden that I actually thought, oh, that'd be so awesome, but I didn't purchase it. I was trying to save some money, so I printed off a printable one and I laminated it. I think it's on YouTube on my channel. If not, it's on my Instagram account, and I have the website that I downloaded this printable from there. So that was really great. I'll try to put that link below. The other thing that I got was I printed off vowel ladders. So these are basically just practicing all these different ladders of sounds, and we did these to say our soft vowel sounds, and you can also take dry erase and you can make endings on the different letters to actually make complete words. So these I laminated and cut out, so that was really great. ABeka does have ladders that come with in their workbook, but I actually didn't find them until the end of the year. So I found a printable that was very similar that I used. And so that is the vowel ladders that we use. So that was basically some of my printables that I did. Pinterest is great. I probably have more pins than I did actually use them and printed them, but they're worth doing. If you are into that, a laminator is a good investment. If you're not the type of person that will actually go and bother to print games and to use them, maybe a laminator isn't for you. So yeah, you can use the different sleeves or whatever too. It's up to you guys. But I ended up buying a laminator like probably around November after we started the school year, and I realized that I had a big use for it. Sometimes what we do as homeschooling moms is we like get a whole bunch of stuff because it's, oh, that'd be great, that'd be great, that'd be great. And then when we actually start our year, we realize that we don't need it. So one tip is, if you're starting the year, you don't need to have everything by September. You know, if you know the curriculum you want and stuff, then go ahead and have it and have a start. Don't be afraid to make a shopping list for November or October or December or January. Make a mid-year shopping list where you can see the gaps, or you can see what you would use or would like. And as your year goes, you can still purchase something in the middle of the year. You don't have to have everything by the fall, because sometimes you purchase things that you actually find out are kind of useless for your household. So that is basically a summary of our K-5 year. And now it is spring. We are actually finished our curriculum, which is super exciting. I didn't expect to be done this early, but my little guy was just enthusiastic. We're into sports now. We're into t-ball, soccer's going on. We're probably going to do swimming lessons this summer, so we're going to focus on outdoors and phys ed. I'm so excited to show you guys my haul for next year. I'm just waiting for a few more supplies to come in the mail. If they don't get here soon, then I will do the video anyways, but I will show you guys what I'm going to do and piece together next year. Like I said, I'm eclectic, so I'm not going to all do everything from one place. And I hope you stay tuned for that and keep a lookout. Hit the subscribe button and the little bell to get a notification when I do put some new videos out. Like I said, I'll be doing a haul for the fall. Sometimes I like to put a little bit of humor on YouTube as well if you're into that. But yeah, we'll see you guys next time, and thanks so much for watching.